Good morning, students. Once again, I, Manish Bansal, welcome you back to the online class organized by Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan Regional Office, Jabalpur. And as you all know, that we have started chapter 12 of class 10th science, electricity, and we have finished two parts of this chapter. And now, today, in this third part of the chapter, we will try to understand how to solve numericals, which was the actually portion of the second video, but we could not complete it in the second part. So we will cover numericals in the third part. So numericals, after that Ohm's law and the introduction of resistance. So let us start today's video. First of all, here as you can see, I have written all the four formula which I have taught you. On the basis of these four formulas, we will try to solve some numericals. So first of all, I have written some numericals here. First numerical, first numerical is calculate number of electrons in 4 Coulomb charge. In this question, if you look carefully, you have to calculate number of electrons. What you have to calculate? Number of electrons, and what has been given? Charge has been given. So given. First of all, I would like to request to all students that while solving the numericals, first of all, you have to write the given values and not in word form. You have to write them in symbolic forms. For example, charge. What is the symbol of charge? Q. How much is Q? 4 coulombs. What you have to calculate? Number of electrons. That is N. Now, one more thing. When number of electrons is there in any numerical, there will certainly come the electronic charge. I hope you understand this concept, that if number of electrons are given, you will automatically have to use the value of electronic charge, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. Now, look at all these three quantities and try to remember the formula in which all these three quantities come. Then automatically you will get that formula, that is Q equals to Ne. It is written here also. You have to memorize all these formulas. So what we have to calculate? This is N. So first of all, we will write the values. We will put the values. What is the value of charge? It is 4 equal to N into, what is the value of electronic charge? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. We will keep N here. We will not bring this N to left hand side as the most students do. We will keep it here. 4. We will bring 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 on the left hand side and in the upon of 4. Now, I hope most of the students know what will happen to the power if it goes upside. यानी कि जब पावर आपकी डिनोमिनेटर से न्यूमरेटर साइड जाती है, then the sign of the power changes or reverses. I solve it here. Now we can keep it like this. 4 into 10 to the power minus 19 will become plus 19 upon 1.6. I hope this is also clear to you. Now N will come 0.40. 4 4 ja 16, 4 10 ja 40. Now this is 10 upon 4. We will again cut it. 4 2.5. So your answer will come 2.5 into 10 to the power 19 electrons will be there. 2.5 into 10 to the power 19 electrons will be there in 4 Coulomb charges. I hope this answer is clear to you. 4 2.5. Okay. Now the second question. Calculate current if 10 Coulomb charge flows in 5 seconds. You have to calculate current if 10 Coulomb charge flows through a wire in 5 seconds. Now first of all, as the previous practice, we will write the given values. Given given values, first of all, q is 10 coulomb, time t equal to 5 seconds, and what we have to calculate, current I equal to question mark. Now look at all these three quantities very carefully. Do you remember any formula in which all these three quantities come? Yes, of course, we know one formula, and that is this formula, I equal to q upon t. What is the value of q? It is 10 coulomb. What is the value of time? It is 5 seconds. So your answer will come I equal to 2 coulomb per second. You can easily identify that I have taught you this unit is equal to ampere. So you can answer like this, 2 ampere. Okay, because coulomb per second is also equal to ampere. Both are SI units, but remember, writing of unit with the answer is must, otherwise marks will be deducted. Now question 3, what will be the current? Means in this question we also have to identify the current. If 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 19 electrons pass in 4 seconds, means we have been given number of electrons, which is 1.25 into 10 to the power 19. This is the number of given electrons. And what is the time? T equal to 4 seconds. As I have told you that when number of electrons have been given, automatically you will use E. 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. This is the value of E. E is the electronic charge. Now what you have to calculate? Calculate I. Now try to look all these activities and find out the formula in which all these four quantities come. And certainly you will remember that there is one formula, I equal to NE upon T. I equal to NE upon T, which is written here. ये फॉर्मूला बनता कहां से है? हमें बेसिक फॉर्मूला पता है, I equal to Q by T. We know that Q equal to NE. So we will put here NE upon T. So in this way we can also derive this formula. We will put the values. I equal to N. N's value is 1.25 into 10 to the power 19 into what is the value of E? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 upon T. What is the value of T? T is 4 seconds. Okay, now 10 to the power 19, 10 to the power minus 19 will cut each other. Now what we are having is 1.25 into 1.6 upon 4. We have this value, 1.25 into 1.6 upon 4. I hope up to here it is clear. Okay, now this value will come 2. 1.6 into 1.25 will come 2 upon 4. 0.5, that is 0.5 ampere. Half ampere will be your answer. I hope this numerical is also clear to you. Now one more method of solving this type of numerical, that you can calculate Q equal to NE also. Without using this formula, you can use two formulas, that is I equal to Q by T, and before that you will use Q equal to NE, and using the value of N that is given here, using the value of E that you already know, you can calculate the charge, and after putting the charge in this formula you can calculate the I very easily. I hope all these formula and all these numericals are clear to you. One more formula has been given which we derived yesterday. V, potential is equal to work upon charge. Very simple question can come also on that numerical, that you have been given the amount of work done, and work done in bringing any amount of charge Q, then you will put both the values and you will easily calculate the potential. Now moving ahead, Yesterday, I forgot to teach you one thing. That is the definition of 1 volt potential. What is the definition of 1 volt potential? As I told you, 1 ampere current, 1 volt potential, 1 ohm resistance, 1 watt electrical power. All these one definitions are very much important, in which you have to define the unit, of that particular physical quantity. So 1 volt potential is also a very, very important definition that we will try to define it here. We will start from the formula. What do you know the formula of potential? That is V. V equal to W upon Q. Just try to figure out if we want the value of V equal to 1. V equal to 1. Then we will have to put V equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. Then automatically the V will be 1 joule per coulomb or 1 volt. I hope this is clear for you. If we want to calculate the value, if we want to get the value of potential 1 volt, then we will have to keep work done as 1 joule. We will have to keep the charge as 1 coulomb. So it will be like this: V equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. That will be 1 joule per coulomb. Why per? Because coulomb is an upon, coulomb is a denominator, so it will be used with word per. So 1 joule per coulomb, and joule per coulomb is also equal to volt. Joule per coulomb is also equal to volt. Like coulomb per second is equal to ampere, in the same way joule per coulomb is equal to volt. Now we can define very easily. If 1 joule work, how much work we are doing in bringing 1 coulomb charge? If we are doing 1 joule work, कितना वर्क? अगर हम 1 जूल वर्क कर रहे हैं कितने चार्ज को लाने में? 1 coulomb चार्ज को लाने में. From where? From infinity. कहां तक? To that point. So if 1 joule work is done in bringing 1 coulomb charge from infinity to that point, then the potential to a point, then the potential of that point will be 1 volt. If 1 joule work, just remember, if we want to define 1 volt potential or 1 volt potential difference, then we have to keep the work as 1 joule. So 1 joule work is done in bringing how much charge? 1 coulomb charge. From where? From infinity. To where? To that point at which we want to calculate the potential. Then the potential of that point will be equal to 1 volt. So I hope the definition of 1 volt potential is also clear to you. Now we will move on with the Ohm's law, as it is our today's second topic. In class 10th, the Ohm's law is given in a very simple form. You just have to write the definition and its formula. You don't have to derive the formula because it is in class 12 chapter 3 electricity, in which you will have to derive the formula V equal to IR. In this class we don't have to derive the formula, just we have to understand the concept. So first of all we will write Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Scientist Ohm gave one very important formula that is the backbone of electrostatics or electricity. That formula, that law is called Ohm's law. क्या कहते हैं इस नियम को? हम ओम का नियम कहते हैं. और इस ओम के नियम से आपको एक नया टर्म यहां पर मैं इंट्रोड्यूस करूंगा, एंड दैट न्यू टर्म विल बी resistance, and the resistance will be introduced in the definition of Ohm's law. So let me explain the Ohm's law. पहले मैं आपको समझा देता हूं कि ओम्स लॉ कहता क्या है, उसके बाद हम इसको लिखेंगे और ड्राइव या समझेंगे। एक छोटा सा कंसेप्ट बताता हूं। आप मोबाइल चलाते हैं, आपके मोबाइल की बैटरी छोटी सी होती है। जब बैटरी छोटी होती है तो उसमें से जो करंट निकलती है वो भी थोड़ी सी होती है। वो इतनी थोड़ी होती है कि अगर आप उसे टच भी करेंगे उस करंट को डायरेक्टली तो आपको शॉक नहीं लगेगा। फिर उससे ज्यादा होती है हमारी सेल, हमारा जो घड़ी वाला सेल होता है, और जो अदर बैटरीज होती है वो उससे थोड़ी बड़ी होती हैं, तो उनसे निकलने वाली करंट की मात्रा भी ज्यादा होती है। फिर आती है हमारी इन्वर्टर की बैटरी, दे आर वेरी लार्ज, सो द करंट गिवन बाय देम इज आल्सो वेरी लार्ज, क्योंकि वो ज्यादा पोटेंशियल देती हैं, ज्यादा वोल्टेज देती हैं। तो क्या एक जनरलाइज फॉर्मूला हमारे सामने नहीं बन रहा है? इफ द वोल्टेज इज हायर, वोल्टेज इज आल्सो कॉल्ड पोटेंशियल, इफ द पोटेंशियल इज हायर द करंट विल आल्सो बी हायर, if the voltage is large then the current will also be large. So of course this relation was given as law by Ohm, and he stated that the potential difference applied across a potential difference V applied across a wire is directly proportional just be very careful with this word. I will also go in detail about this word. The potential difference applied across a wire is directly proportional to the current flowing, current I flowing through it if the temperature remains constant. First of all, let me explain this definition. This definition is nothing different from what I told you earlier. The potential difference, it is the potential. Okay, so the potential difference, आपको पता है पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस क्या होता है? पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस वो ताकत होती है, पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस वो पावर होती है जो कि चार्ज को मूव कराती है। जो चार्ज को मूव करने के लिए क्या प्रोवाइड करती है? एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करती है। तो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस ही हमारी करंट का एक तरह से सोर्स होता है, करंट का ओरिजिनेटर पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस को माना जाता है। सो द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस अप्लाइड अक्रॉस अ वायर, जो हम किसी वायर के अक्रॉस में लगाते हैं। लेट मी शो यू अ वायर. This is the symbol of resistance, and every wire is a resistance, everything is a resistance denoted by capital R. I will also go in deep about resistance. If we apply a potential difference means a battery. This is the symbol of battery. A big plate, a small plate. Big plate denotes the positive plate, small plate denotes the negative plate. Big plate is called cathode, negative plate is called anode. And here there are three cells. How many cells are there? One cell, two cells, three cells are connected in series. I will also tell you about this. And resistance wire, or you can call it only resistance, is connected here. Then what will happen? The current will flow through here. I. What is this? This is the current. And some potential difference we have applied here. Now what is the relation between this potential and this current? The relation is this: V directly proportional to I. यानी कि potential is directly proportional to current, or we can also say current is directly proportional to potential also. It means how much the potential is increased, the current will also increase. By the number of times we increase the potential, by the same number of time the current will increase. So it is called the relation of directly proportional. In the relation of directly proportional, the two quantities will come in front of each other. No, nothing will come in the upon side. It is called directly proportional, and this relation is called X is something. This is called inverse relation. What is this called? Inverse relation. X is just an example. Don't take it as a definite thing. So V is inversely proportional to X. This is called inverse proportional. When X come in 1 upon, then it is called inverse relation. इसमें ये होता है कि जब V बढ़ेगा तो X कम हो जाएगा. V increase, then X decrease. What happens in this case? If V increases, I also increases. Okay. So now Ohm's law, V proportional to I, यानी कि the potential difference applied across a wire is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. अगर हम बैटरी डबल कर देंगे, करंट भी डबल हो जाएगी. पोटेंशियल ट्रिपल कर देंगे, करंट भी ट्रिपल हो जाएगी. मैं आपको इसका फॉर्मूला और आगे अच्छे से समझाऊंगा. Now, when this proportionality symbol is removed, V equal to a constant comes, Ri. Everywhere in physics you will come across such situations where you will have to remove the proportionality sign and there will definitely come a symbol. And here in Ohm's law, the constant that comes here is called resistance. This is called resistance. And what is this resistance? This is the resistance of this wire which we have used. So this wire which we are talking about, this is the resistance of this wire. This resistance. Now we have to focus more on the resistance. So R equal to V upon I. As you know that R equal to constant. What is the meaning of a constant? Constant means a particular thing, a particular value which is not changing. That is called constant. A particular property of the substance, a particular property of a material whose value is not changing. But there is one condition. This Ohm's law holds true. This Ohm's law holds true only in one condition. The condition is that if the temperature remains same. What happens? If the temperature remains constant, only then this condition proves true. Otherwise V will not be directly proportional to I. हम V को डबल करेंगे, I डबल नहीं होगा, या तो वो थोड़ा कम होगा या डबल से थोड़ा ज्यादा होगा. इसका मतलब है टेम्परेचर हमारा कांस्टेंट नहीं है. So first of all we have to study this condition. This is very important condition. The temperature at the place of the practical or the experiment should remain constant. It should not change. Now let us come to this equation. We have not done nothing, just we have changed the side of I and we have got this equation R equal to V upon I. Based on this equation, now be very careful. Based on this equation, can we not define Ohm's law in another way? क्या हम इस equation के आधार पर Ohm's law को एक और तरीके से define नहीं कर सकते हैं? Of course, बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. सुनिएगा मैं आपको कैसे इसकी एक और definition बताता हूं, बट लिखना आपको यही है. If the question comes in the question paper, you have to write this answer. This is just for your extra knowledge. What is V? V is the applied potential difference. What is I? I is the current flowing in the wire because of this potential. Because जब हम potential लगाएंगे तो क्या flow होगा? Current flow होगी. तो V is the applied potential difference. I is the current flowing through the wire. अब आप मुझे बताइए what is V upon I? ये V upon I क्या है? V upon I is the ratio. V upon I is the ratio of what? Ratio of the same two things. V upon I is the ratio of the potential difference applied across the wire and current flowing through the wire. Now let us see what I am doing. The ratio of potential difference applied across a wire and the current flowing through it. The ratio, क्या ये R हमारा कांस्टेंट है? R हम कांस्टेंट के रूप में पढ़ रहे हैं because this is called resistance. So the ratio of potential difference applied across the wire and current flowing through it is always a constant. Is always a constant. This constant is called, first of all we will write the condition also here. If temperature remains constant, ये लाइन तो आएगी हर जगह. If temperature remains constant दिस कांस्टेंट, इसको कांस्टेंट को हटाकर हम अनचेंज कर देते हैं क्योंकि कांस्टेंट वर्ड रिपीट हो जाएगा, अनचेंज्ड. दिस कांस्टेंट इज कॉल्ड द रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ वायर. Okay, this constant is called the resistance of wire. This resistance is denoted by capital R. Somewhere it is also denoted as small r, but we will focus on capital R. This constant is denoted by capital R and its SI unit ohm. Symbol is this. This is the symbol of resistance. This is the name of the unit of resistance, ohm, given on the name of scientist Ohm. So I hope Ohm's law, a little bit it is clear to you. We will also go deeper in this law. First of all, let me explain it once again for you. What is Ohm's law? Ohm's law is nothing but a linear relation or directly proportional relation between the potential difference and current. What does this relation show us? This relation shows us that the potential difference applied across a wire is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. And here what comes? A constant comes. What is this constant? This constant is called resistance of that wire in which the current is flowing. The resistance will be constant if temperature is not changing. यानी कि ओम का लॉ केवल किस कंडीशन में एप्लीकेबल होगा? जब हम टेम्परेचर को कांस्टेंट करते हैं. इसका मतलब है अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि मैं ओम के नियम का एक्सपेरिमेंट एक एसी वाले कमरे में कर रहा हूं और उसी एक्सपेरिमेंट से मैंने कुछ रीडिंग्स ली और मैं उसी सेटअप को उठाकर छत पर ले गया, कड़ी धूप है, 12-1 बजे का टाइम है, बहुत ज्यादा तेज धूप में उस एक्सपेरिमेंट को कर रहा हूं, मैंने अगेन कुछ रीडिंग्स ली, तो क्या दोनों कंडीशन में मुझे रेजिस्टेंस की वैल्यू सेम आएगी क्या? आंसर है नहीं. इन बोथ द कंडीशंस द आंसर विल हैव सम वेरिएशन. व्हाई दिस वेरिएशन कम? बिकॉज द टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस इन द एसी रूम एंड इन द open, in the strong sunlight, there will be the difference of temperature. So temperature is not constant, and when the temperature is not constant, Ohm's law will not be followed perfectly. So in this way you can understand the Ohm's law. Now we will come to the graph of Ohm's law. That is also equally important. Before coming to graph, let me explain you the definition of 1 ohm resistance, because I told you these definitions are important. One ohm resistance. 1 ohm resistance. Don't you think that we will need this equation that we studied just now for defining 1 ohm resistance? Of course we will need this equation, R equal to V upon I. Resistance is equal to potential difference divided by current. We will need this equation. Now, following the same concept, if we want to get the value of resistance as 1 ohm, don't we need to write potential as 1 volt and current as 1 ampere? Of course, we will need to write it. So, R equal to 1 volt upon 1 ampere, that is 1 volt per ampere or 1 ohm. I hope it is clear for you. अगर हम अब इसको डिफाइन कैसे करेंगे? अगर 1 वोल्ट की बैटरी लगाने पर, जरा ध्यान से सुनिएगा, इफ आई एम अप्लाइंग अ बैटरी ऑफ 1 वोल्ट, कितनी बैटरी लगा रहा हूं मैं? 1 वोल्ट की बैटरी लगा रहा हूं, या अपन ये भी कह सकते हैं, इफ I am applying the potential difference of 1 volt and the current flows through a wire is 1 ampere. यानी कि 1 वोल्ट की बैटरी लगाने पर या 1 वोल्ट का पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस लगाने पर अगर किसी वायर, ध्यान रखिएगा किसी वायर को, अगर किसी वायर में से होकर जाने वाली करंट 1 एम्पियर है, then the resistance of that wire will be equal to 1 ohm. समझ में आया? मैं इसको लिख रहा हूं, समझिएगा. When 1 ampere current flows through a wire on applying a battery of 1 volt potential difference, then the resistance of that wire will be 1 ohm. I hope this definition is understandable and in a very easy language I am teaching you. जब 1 एम्पियर करंट, कितनी करंट, 1 एम्पियर, व्हेन 1 एम्पियर करंट फ्लोज थ्रू अ वायर, ये उस वायर से, जो भी हमने वायर लिया है उस वायर से अगर मैं 1 वोल्ट की पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस वाली बैटरी लगा रहा हूं, कितनी लगा रहा हूं, 1 वोल्ट पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस वाली बैटरी कनेक्ट कर रहा हूं, और उस 1 वोल्ट की बैटरी से अगर उस वायर में 1 एम्पियर करंट फ्लो हो रही है, कितनी करंट फ्लो हो रही है, 1 एम्पियर करंट फ्लो हो रही है, तो उस वायर का रेजिस्टेंस 1 ओम होगा। कितना होगा, 1 ओम होगा। अगर अब मैं आपको एक कंडीशन दे रहा हूं, तो बताइएगा कि रेजिस्टेंस कितना होगा। मुझे 1 एम्पियर करंट फ्लो करानी है, आई हैव टू फ्लो हाउ मच करंट, 1 एम्पियर करंट, बट इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल विथ 1 वोल्ट बैटरी फॉर सम वायर। मैंने वायर चेंज कर दिया, मैंने एक दूसरा वायर लिया एंड नाउ आई अप्लाइड 1 वोल्ट बैटरी, आई मेजर द करंट, इट इज नॉट 1 एम्पियर। फिर मैंने क्या किया, मुझे 1 एम्पियर करंट फ्लो कराने के लिए 2 वोल्ट की बैटरी लगानी पड़ रही है। सपोज आई हैव टू अप्लाई 2 वोल्ट बैटरी टू गेट 1 एम्पियर करंट। कितने वोल्ट की बैटरी, 2 वोल्ट की बैटरी लगा रहा हूं, तब जाके मुझे 1 एम्पियर करंट मिल रही है। देन व्हाट विल बी द रेजिस्टेंस इन दिस केस, इट विल बी 2 ओम। आई होप according to this because of this example this concept is more clear to you. Now up to resistance the topics are clear. In the next video we will study what are the 4 factors of resistance, means the factors on which the resistance depends, and series and parallel combination of resistances we will study in next video, and we will also try to solve some more complicated numericals based on more formulas. Till then, take care, goodbye, God bless you all, Jai Hind.